Good morning, guys. I hope you are well. I have about 7 minutes to get ready. Now what? Aha! You have to press this magic button. So currently I'm on the main public entrance and they just do like bag checks today. But it's nowhere near as busy as it's going to be come tomorrow. So I'll definitely get a video of what that queue looks like when everyone shows up.
This is green. So green, green.
Look at the label. The artwork is absolutely beautiful.
What's this?
What castle isn't complete without a beer cooler? And the game has its own Kingdom Deliverance beer, which is pretty awesome. I think there are like 4 different flavors. This is a pale lager. I'll let you know how this tastes later, guys. But right now, we're pretty busy just setting everything up. I want to show you guys the rest of the beer because there's just a ridiculous amount of beer here. So that's all our beer, and those are the 4 flavors I think there were there. Oh, I'm really excited to try some, man. Later I'm going to have some fantastic pre-drinks before this party later, I reckon. We've got a sword as well. And there's another 2 swords above this fireplace just to... So guys, we're back in the booth. It's the first public day. This is the press booth, obviously, as I told you yesterday. But every day you come in, or like every night, there's some kind of issue. So right now I think it's because of the heat of like having all these computers like right next to each other. But these 2 screens have just overheated. So one of them has quite high contrast, the other one's like way too bright. And obviously we don't want people to play them and not get the right impression of the game. So now we're trying to swap some of those screens with our screens in the public booth because it's more important that those screens are here. But like stuff like this happens every day and we've got to sort it out before all the press and media show up ready to test out the game. So it's quite chaotic. We're just trying to find 2 more screens to replace them. So we're using a different screen, but I need to find the plug that is connected to that screen. And if you guys look down here, look at all the wires. Like there are like 3 plugs there, another 3 there, another 3 there, another 3 there, and so on. Like, oh, actually there's a spare plug there, so maybe I can plug it in there. We managed to sort it out, guys, but that's now and again things go wrong, but they were very quick in sorting it out. I was really impressed. We got a screen from media booth, swapped it over, and now it's working fine. So they can give the presentation, it's all good. I thought what I'd do, because it's a public day and I haven't played Assassin's Creed yet, is quickly run over here before it opens to the public. Oh my god, it's already filled up. So considering today is literally just press, and this is probably the least full we'll ever see Gamescom. That's the queue for Assassin's Creed Origins, right there. And that's the queue for Far Cry. Which is, it's going to get so much bigger as the week goes on. Guys, there's something really cool here. If you're a fan of Star Wars, they actually have a model TIE fighter. And then over here, so this is obviously Star Wars Battlefront 2. Personally, I played the first one and I thought it was really not good at all. I just got bored of it really quickly, even playing like online and everything. I think the old PS2 version was so much better, but maybe they'll redeem it with the second one. Either way, I'm definitely waiting for the reviews on that game. And we've got this massive car sculpture. They actually have 2 booths. This is Need for Speed Pursuit or something. I'm not huge on racing games. My favorite racing game is Grid, which is kind of like realistic, but not like Forza realistic. Oh mate, check this out. This is cool. I know I'm saying that every 5 minutes, but seriously, there's just so much stuff to nerd out about over here. Not gonna lie guys, I think I just took more photos of this Assassin's Creed area than I did of Cologne Cathedral. And that's saying something, because that's just like the coolest sort of outfit design I've seen. It looks amazing. Makes you really want to go and try out the game now. Just played Assassin's Creed Origins. It was pretty good actually. I found that the world seemed like quite alive. But I just went around like on a killing spree basically, because they now have a bow in the game, and that was really, really fun to use. In fact, you guys know I love archery, so I might just play that game. I might just play that game because it has an archery aspect to it. The thing, like, I found that the AI weren't that smart though. Like, now and again they wouldn't, like, in one point they got stuck in the area I wasn't meant to be in, so I could just like snipe them and headshot them. And also I found I didn't die at all, and the last Assassin's Creed game I've played is since Black Flag came out, so I think it should have been a lot harder than it was, but it was very, very easy. So I don't know if there's going to be a difficulty or not, but it's like too easy right now as it is. There were these like Roman ships parked up, like a massive fleet, and I got in a boat and I drove it there, and then I like hopped off, assassinated the commander from the top of the bridge, and then just started killing all the guys on the ship. But I just thought, I think the hardest enemies were the guys with the shields, but even then, the dodge mechanic was like really cool. Like, because you could dodge past people and they can't hit you while you're dodging, but you can't mess up a dodge, so it made it quite easy in that regard. And also, I think I think it would help if it was like Dark Souls and there was like a stamina mechanic, because then you can't repeatedly dodge over and over again, and it just makes it very easy to like not get hit at all. They've even got advertising on the escalator handle. It's actually a really good idea. Obviously, if you're a fan of Kingdom Come Deliverance, you've probably heard of Bannerlord. If you haven't, it's like a really big game series. So it's very popular, but a very old game at the same time. But they're releasing a second one very soon. So I want to try and get an appointment. Sorted. I've got a appointment for half an hour with Mount and Blade Bannerlord tomorrow at 1 PM, so I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be cool. It's starting to get quite busy outside our booth now as all the press show up. Question my leadership. So I think, guys, that Bethesda have a booth in hall number 5. This is just one hall with like Nintendo and whatnot in it. So I think, oh yeah, right, here we go. Bethesda, right next to Bloodborne. So I'm gonna go and check out what they're showing. Oh my god, look at this. So as you can see, guys, the Kingdom Come Deliverance booth is absolutely packed. But now we're going over to the Twitch booth and we're going to be doing a live stream on Tobias. You ready for your live stream, Toby?
It will be great. Watch it. Well, watch it on YouTube or Twitch or find it later. It will be great.
Be live on Twitch. They're doing it like 6 hours ahead. So obviously when you watch this, it'll already be out, but it'll probably be on their YouTube or something. So you can go and see it.
Awesome.
So we're going behind the scenes on the Twitch booth, guys. that's what it looks like.
Thanks, guys. You're famous now.
This is where the magic happens. So I'm going to be live on Twitch very soon, which is pretty awesome. We're just going over to the Twitch booth now to chill out while everything else like mic'd up and just relax basically.
Time for the segment, okay? Yeah.
This is the chill out area in Twitch when I grab myself a drink. That's where we're going to be very soon.
Talking today with Danny and Toby from Warhorse Studios, who will bring us what kind of game? What is it?
We recreated medieval sword fighting. So we had real sword fighters in the studio who said, this is how it's supposed to look like. We told them why this is not possible. And together we created a nice compromise to have like a real medieval feeling. It's like really an RPG where we want to motivate the player to think, or yeah, to think actually, what would I do? Or what would be the best approach?
That was one of my favorite parts when I played the beta. You could, before the final battle, there was a bandit camp that you could sneak into, and you could go and poison their food, and that would help you out later on in the game. You could also set fire to their arrows and do all these sort of things, as well as scout out the encampment. Then you actually got to go back and report what you'd found and the best plan of attack. So you could say, oh, you know, there's no bandits there, we only need like 10 men. But then you would lose the war. So, you know, all of your decisions have these huge implications, as well as from which direction you attack. You might get ambushed. You know, you need to think about your decisions and plan. And that's what I like about the game. It's not just a very linear thing that you follow. It's very open world.
Thank you so much, Danny. It's such a pleasure. Thank you.
So that was the first Twitch stream on the main Twitch channel, so loads and loads of people would have been watching that. Would have been like me live streaming Skyrim almost, I guess, on my channel, like when it first came out. There'll be even more people watching, so that was awesome. Like, I was trying not to cough, because as you guys know, I've got a bit of a cough right now. So I was like, coughed twice, and I was like drinking boiling water beforehand, like a hot drink to stop me from coughing. Oh my god, I was like trying not to cough, and also like one of my earbuds fell out. I don't know if anyone noticed on the camera, but they record it 6 hours ahead. So that's going to be live to everyone else very soon. I'm going to put out a tweet about it. So obviously I'm going to edit and upload this video afterwards. Yeah, it felt really good. It was really easy going. I'm fine with public speaking personally, but you guys can see there's like a big crowd in front of the booth. They have the cameras looking on you, and then on the table in front of you, they have the screen, so you can actually see the gameplay. So it was a pretty awesome experience. Unfortunately, I missed my appointment at Mountain Blade Bannerlord while I was on the Twitch stream, but like, who cares, man? That was such an awesome experience. So I just went back there, said sorry I was late, and I've got another one at 5:30 because they're absolute legends apparently. So that was really nice of them, because I know I kind of fucked up there.